Hi guys, it's Ming and welcome back to my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, do so now, like and comment below. So today's topic is 2020. What did I learn in 2020? How was my 2020? Was it good, bad? Just 2020 in a nutshell. Well, let's say I kicked off 2020 by announcing to the world that I was single. Let me just be very clear. I had already been single for like a year, but I mean, my close friends and family kind of knew. People were speculating. You know, I officially announced it on like New Year's Day. Like it was like a new year for me. I was ready to date. I was ready to see what all life had to bring. Like I was really super excited about 2020. I had a good team. We had decided I decided to do like my lemonade moment. And let me explain like the lemonade moment. The lemonade moment I call, it's like Beyonce. Everybody knows I love Beyonce. And it was just like my moment to express artistically my heartbreak. And so like me and my team, I'm like, you know, I think every girl should be compensated for heartbreak. And so my very first campaign of 2020 was Leave 'Em on Red, which is like Valentine's Day-ish time frame. It was just really about a breakup. And it was just really about me being able to be paid for my broken heart, which was a success. So we worked so hard on Leave 'Em on Red. I'll show a few clips of Leave 'Em on Red. It's absolutely one of my favorite campaigns I've ever done, simply because a small piece of it is what I went through. And then we came out with the Outside campaign, which is like liberating being single, going outside, living your best life, doing you. The day we launched our Outside campaign was, I think we started rolling out the second week in March. But at the same time we rolling out outside, we got so much fucking content. Because at this point in 2020, I'm just focused on working, because I don't know if you guys had ever went through a breakup, and I had just had a baby. So I had like, kind of like was going through postpartum depression a little bit, and then my breakup. So I wasn't really as focused as on work in 2019. So 2020 for me was the year that I like, you know, got myself back together and I like did me. And so we launched Outside campaign, which we shot in LA in December. We getting ready to launch the campaign. We launched the campaign actually. So there's talks about the coronavirus in China and how it's like affecting China, how they just went on lockdown. I think they went on lockdown at the end of January. And how they were trying to contain a virus, but it was like the leading up to the launch of Outside, it was kind of like brewing. It was in China, which like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It was like so far away, kind of like, I didn't think it would actually like hit the United States or the world by whirlwind.
My administration has also taken the most aggressive action in modern history to protect Americans from the coronavirus. You know about this whole thing? Horrible.
We are like 2-3 weeks inside the Outside campaign, and Outside closes.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, remember when your mom said Outside is not going anywhere? They closed freaking Outside.
That all Americans, including the young and healthy, work to engage in schooling from home when possible, avoid gathering in groups of more than 10 people, avoid discretionary travel, and avoid eating and drinking at bars, restaurants, and public food courts.
And me being a small business owner and being an entrepreneur, I didn't really know what that looked like. Like I was nervous, I was scared, I was like confused because I have a hair salon with, you know, 11 contractors that do hair. Now we have to, like, you know, the city is locked down, everybody's in the house, but that's their stream of income. I didn't know how it was going to affect my online businesses. Like I was literally in a frenzy, and we're in the middle of a campaign that's outside. So like, of course I have to like You know what I mean? We're taking mandatory Zoom meetings and like mandatory emergency meetings to switch outside to inside. So now I have to like think on my toes, like, damn, I can't keep rolling out outside content. Like, outside is fucking closed. It's closed. And it's like, we're in a panic. It's like, I got the fuckboy repellent that's supposed to drop. I have like 2 or 3 more commercials that's dropping. I had became a whole weather report lady who was reporting the weather outside, which it didn't even matter at this point because outside was closed. It was a mess. But me and my team, we got together, we brainstormed, and we was like, you know what? This is the year of the pivot. We just have to pivot. And I think like that's what I learned from 2020 is learn how to pivot, because we pivot outside to inside. We made a movie list. We made all kinds of stuff for you to do inside. And we just really, really, really marketed heavy. We didn't let the unknown scare us. I had one of my biggest months in April. And then at the same time, I was trying to purchase a home, which it was good to be purchasing a home in May or March or April because the interest rates had went down. Like, they were like the lowest they have been in 20 years. But also it's like all these restrictions because of the unknown of the coronavirus, of how it will actually affect everybody's lives in the long run. We still don't truly know the effect that it's going to cause on our economy and on our lives, and just how we do business, how we socialize, how we interact with people. It's forever changed, right? And we don't even know all of the answers to those questions just yet. It's kind of like a day at a time kind of thing. But I can say, like, work-wise, we learned how to pivot. 2020 was literally my best year ever in business. I literally learned so much. I took the time. I learned how to use my time wisely. So when we were locked down, I learned how to do more marketing. I learned how to do more ads. I created more content for like my campaigns and my business, but I didn't do any personal content. Like, I didn't do any YouTube videos, which I should have been doing more YouTube videos, doing more hair trick videos. I didn't do that, and I think I could have because I had all this extra time. But I did work on my business more and learn. Like, I found new apps for my website, and I learned how to do funnels, and I learned how to like better my business. But I didn't grow my personal brand. I didn't feed my snobs with more personal content, which if I could go back and do it all over again, I would. I did grow my business, which, you know, thank you, big homie, thank you. What else? Oh, I started dating in 2020. Well, it's pretty interesting out here in this dating world. And if you have been a part of this dating world, hats off to you, because it's rough out here. But no, I've been having a good time. I've been meeting some like cool people. I'm not in a relationship yet. I haven't found Prince Charming, but I'm having, like my friends say, dating is like going to the fair. So I'm having a good time at the fair. Got my elephant ears, got, you know, the fresh squeezed lemonade in my hand. I'm looking for the turkey leg hut. So it's not raining out yet. So I'm having a good time at the fair. I haven't won the stuffed animal yet. Probably the lowest points of 2020 was actually having to close my salon down for 30 days. I live in Georgia. Georgia only closed the state for 30 days. They closed the state from March 21st to April 24th. And I had, you know, hourly employees. I had independent contractors, and so I still paid them out of my pocket. And this is before I had even knew about the PPP loan for the payroll loan. But I was just gonna pay them out of my pocket, regardless if I had got the loan or not, just because, like, you know, my team, they was riding for me. So, like, you know, I was gonna pay them out of my pocket as long as I could afford to pay them. But then I ended up getting the PPP loan, the payroll protection loan. So that's how I kind of like overcame that. And then, of course, Georgia opened back up. So that kind of like alleviated the problem a little bit. As far as business goes, I just pivoted. So I didn't really have any low moments in business. Like I said before, this is my best year I've ever had in business. So I did extremely well in business. And I think, like, because I could like really focus. So, and I did use some of that time that I was locked up to try to figure out how to make sure my business grew. So I started selling hair and doing hair in the middle of a recession when people said, like, you know, there's no way you should start a business now. It's so hard. Nobody has money. And you know what I mean? I made millions of dollars in the middle of a recession. So I wasn't really necessarily afraid of a recession, only because the beauty industry, it's not a need, right? So beauty is not a need, but it's like the first on the want list, right? So like a need is like food, house, car, gas, utilities. That's a need, right? And, you know, getting your hair done or nails done or your haircut is not a need, but it's really the first want on women's list most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time, like, they want to get their hair done, they want to get their nails done. After everybody do their needs, like, beauty gets the first dibs of the wants. So I wasn't like too afraid, but I was nervous because I didn't honestly know the outcome, you know, or the livelihood of my businesses. But we did pretty good. 2020, I'm glad you're over. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Good riddance. Oh, New Year's Eve, I decided to spend it at home. I actually rang in New Year's Eve creating content. And I think like that was kind of epic. Like 8 p.m. New Year's Eve, I get a call saying, hey, Ciroc wants you to do a post. We're going to messenger over you a bottle. Could you create some content and get it up at midnight? I am literally sitting in my house, no makeup, no wig, lounging around, making rotel, getting ready to like bring in the New Year's with Story, drinking apple cider, sparkling apple cider. And now I had to figure out how to do a full glam, get some content. And I didn't just want to post like a picture, like, so like I kind of like wanted to do like a video. So then I called my director, Smith, and I'm like, hey, what you doing? He's like, oh, nothing, I'm at the house chilling. I'm like, well, can you come over to my house? He's like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? I'm like, I need to shoot a video. He's like, you need to shoot a video? I say, yeah, I need to shoot a video for Ciroc, and I need it to be done today. I need to get it up by midnight. How possible is this? He was like, I mean, all right, big dog, I'm on my way. He come, my friend does my makeup. I find a dress that I had ordered like, I don't know, back in the summertime. And I could technically never wear the dress out in public because it's kind of like see-through, and it's just like, it was like a dress that like looked good on the model because she was like thin and not curvy, but on me I have too many curves, so it showed too much skin. But it was like perfect for a picture because like you can kind of like place it and edit it if you know what I mean, if your hoo-ha is showing. So at 12 o'clock we were actually shooting the content for the Ciroc video in picture. I didn't end up getting up to 1 a.m. But I rang in my new year doing exactly what I want to do in 2021, which is create content, which I think is just a sign from above that this year is going to be a great year. In 2020, you don't owe me a damn thing. And my Ming tips for thriving in 2021 are doing exactly what you say you're going to do. Set goals and knock them out. I also think you should get a journal and you should manifest exactly what you want. And I think that you should let go and say no to every single thing that does not help you reach your overall goal. That's at least what I'm doing in 2021.